Massive action, massive action, massive action. That's the mantra that we hear over and over again from all the self-help gurus, all the personal development coaches. Got to get into massive action. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not criticizing that for sure. That's a great strategy. However, it may actually be killing your success instead of creating it. I'm Martin Meisenheimer, Momentum Maker, helping introverted solopreneurs end the cycle of constant overthinking, distraction, and procrastination fast so they can finally start moving forward and building the business of their dreams. And this one you really need to be careful of because while on the surface it sounds great and it may motivate you for a little while, it may actually keep you from your goal. What do I mean? Well, the massive action mantra, as I call it, it's one of those things, you know how when you hear something over and over and over and over again, eventually, no matter what it is, you start to lose your ability to think critically or even question it. So it becomes almost gospel truth. The massive action mantra is really helpful, but it's not a one size fits all for every person in every circumstance. So let's take an example of someone who wants to get into better shape, but they've been a couch potato for 10 years. They haven't gotten off the couch. They've got a bag of Cheetos in their hands. They're up to their elbows in orange dust, and they've got a clicker in the other hand. If I shouted at the top of my lungs to put 5-pound ankle weights on right now and go out and run 10 miles, this person is probably not going to have long-term success. Because what do we really want to happen? We want to create a new habit. But if we're not smart about how we get started, we're likely to just self-destruct. So we need to, in those situations where there's a whole lot of resistance up front, we need to recognize that in ourselves. We need to recognize if this is something I've been struggling with for a long time, there's a reason why. And the massive action mantra might actually just make us feel worse about ourselves. What we need to do, number one, is change our self-identity, how we see ourselves. If we see ourselves as a couch potato, the likelihood is that we're going to remain a couch potato. How do we change our self-perception? Action. Action begets action, which creates momentum, which turns into a habit. And new habits have us changing how we see ourselves. Once we've changed how we see ourselves, when we start to see ourselves instead of a couch potato as someone who's fit, who's athletic-minded, who's into health, the likelihood is that we're going to stay in action. And now we can start ramping up the action. Now we can go into massive action. Now we can start going further, faster. But how you get started here is critical. If you're defeating yourself right from the get-go because you got some coach shouting at you that you need to be in massive action today, massive action to you today might just be getting off the couch and putting on a pair of sneakers. So be very careful. Was this beneficial? I hope so. I hope you got value. And as always, please feel free to like, share, and comment below. I always enjoy replying back to all your comments personally, and know that until next time, I'll be rooting for your success.